Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. So my name is Karin Carr. I'm very excited to be bringing you the first of 4 weekly live broadcasts throughout the month of February and this very last week of January as well. And today I'm going to talk about the 5 things that I learned about YouTube. I'm going to turn up my microphone because I'm catching a cold and I'm kind of losing my voice. Hi, Jaime. Hi, Steven. And I'm going to teach you the 5 things that I learned about YouTube in 2019. So for those of you that aren't familiar with me, my name is Karin Carr. I am a realtor in Savannah, Georgia. And my primary method of getting leads is by making YouTube videos. I really don't run a lot of ads. I don't cold call. I don't farm a specific neighborhood. I don't do open houses. I don't do all the things. I just make YouTube videos that show up in the search results when people are Googling stuff that they want to know about. And a lot of them turn into paying clients. So it's pretty fantastic, but it wasn't always that way. So 3 years ago, I was living in Atlanta and my husband came home and said, guess what? I'm being transferred to Savannah. So when we got here, it was like being a new agent all over again. I had no name recognition. I had no sphere. And I'm sitting there scratching my head thinking, how am I going to get business? And so do you remember what it was like when you were newly licensed? So you get your license and you're like, okay, where are the people that want to hire me? And it's crickets, right? You got to go out there and beat the bushes and try to find these people that need your services. And it's hard. So can you relate to that? Do you remember that? Or those of you that are still newly licensed, you're probably feeling that way right now, right? So luckily, I had been making YouTube videos, and when I got to Savannah, I actually got a lead from someone that wanted to move to Atlanta. And he said the magic words of, I found your YouTube channel, I watched all your videos, I feel like I know you already, we're gonna sell our house in New York, we're moving to Georgia, and we want to hire you. And it was like, ding, 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 the heavens parted, and I got the memo loud and clear. They felt like they knew me already from being on video. So that's what I was going to do going forward because I was in my new market and I had nothing but free time because I certainly didn't have any clients. And now by making these YouTube videos, every single person that watches those videos is interested in the real estate market in Savannah because they wouldn't be Googling moving to Savannah or house prices in Savannah or best neighborhoods in Savannah or how long does it take to sell my house in Savannah. They wouldn't be Googling that or looking it up on YouTube if they weren't already interested in the topic. So I cannot tell you more emphatically how great YouTube has been for my business. And because it's been so awesome and everybody started asking me questions about how I was doing it, I now train other real estate agents on how to do this too. So today we're going to talk about the things that I learned in 2019 that I'm going to pass along to you. And at the very end of this, I'm also going to tell you more about a free 5-day challenge I have coming up in February. So if you want to go all in on this YouTube thing and you're not really sure where to get started, stick around to the end. I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. So tip number 1 is that video quality ain't that important. Now, I don't mean your overall video because the video has to be good. If it's not interesting, people are not going to watch it, right? But I'm talking about the camera equipment. People don't care if you have a $1,000 DSLR or a mirrorless camera. I don't even know what that means. I've seen it written down, but I don't know what a mirrorless camera is. All you need is your phone. If you have a smartphone that's less than a couple of years old, I guarantee you that the quality of the lens on that camera is fine. It is more than enough for making YouTube videos. So I did go out and buy a camera. It was not a great camera. It was like an $800 camera, but I bought a Canon T7i and I got the little lens on it that would give me the blurry background. And when I go back and I look at my analytics for my channel, the videos that have all gotten the most views, none of them were made with that camera. They were all made with either my smartphone or my iPad. So if you don't have a lot of fancy equipment, don't worry about it. I don't think the average viewer really cares. They are there to learn about the real estate market in your area, and they don't know if you used a camera or your phone to film it. As long as you are interesting on camera and you are delivering the information that they want to hear, They really don't care what the equipment was. They want to be able to see you clearly. They want to be able to hear you clearly. That's really all that's necessary when it comes to the equipment. Number 2, your intro needs to be very, very, very short. So when I first started making videos, I went to Fiverr and I ordered this like branding intro. So you'll introduce yourself and then your logo flies in. There's like a little montage of you walking around doing cool stuff. Look at me working with clients. I'm so great. You know, the typical realtor intro. And it was long. It was maybe 15 seconds long. Then I got like a 10-second intro, and then I got a 7-second intro, and now it's down to 4 seconds. My video intro is 4 seconds long. People just don't have a long attention span anymore. And if you say, hey, today we're going to be talking about X, Y, and Z, and then there's a 20-second long introduction of you, they're going to leave. They don't care about us. They care about the topic that we're talking about. They care about how it affects them. How can you make my life easier? How can you answer my questions and solve my problems? They don't really care all about us. So keep your video intro very, very, very short if you want to keep the viewer's attention. I'm even toying with not using it at all, because once you hit a certain number of subscribers on your channel, you'll notice like all the really big YouTubers, they don't really introduce themselves anymore. They just kind of go right into the topic of the day. And I'm toying around seeing if that makes a difference as well. So don't necessarily need to have it at all, but if you do have it, make it very short. Number 3, thumbnails. Oh my goodness. So I talk to my coaching students about this all the time. Your thumbnail has to be very, very clickable. It is the equivalent of the label on a bottle of wine, the cover on a book. People do judge a book by its cover. And if your video shows up in the search results and you don't have a compelling thumbnail and title, they're not going to click on it. And if they don't click on it, they can't watch the video. And if they don't watch your video, you're certainly not going to get business from it. The goal is to make them click on it. So how do we make your thumbnails more exciting? They've got to be colorful. They've got to have very little text. What text that's on there has to be very large and easy to read. But I'm talking 3, 4, 5 words at the most, and make that text very, very big. It's got to be eye-catching. If you design it in Canva and you stand back and look at it from 10 feet away and just go, then that's how everybody else is going to feel too. So don't spend all this time making a great video and then spend 5 minutes making your thumbnail. You want that thumbnail to say, click me, and get people to watch your video. So click-through rates, I say, like, every channel is different, and even videos within the channel are different. But as a good rule of thumb, between 4 and 7% is a pretty good click-through rate. If it's less than 4, that's telling you that your thumbnail's just not all that exciting. You should go change it. You can change your thumbnail anytime you want. So if you have a video that you think is great, but it's not getting a lot of views, go change the thumbnail and see if that will improve the click-through rate. And you can find your click-through rate just by clicking on analytics when you log in on your channel. Number 4 is the content. You gotta have a niche. You gotta have a specialty. I say this all the time and I get a lot of pushback on it. People think, well, I'm hungry for business. I don't want to exclude anybody. I want to work with anybody that wants to buy or sell a house. Anybody in my market that needs a real estate agent, I'm your girl. And I'm here to tell you that that's not a good strategy for a YouTube channel. The more specialized you can be, whether it is your target audience, whether it is your geographic area, whether it is the type of property that you sell or the type of transaction, the more you can specialize, the easier it is for you to dominate that specialty, because you become known as the person to go to if you want to buy a log home, you want to buy a beach home, you want to buy an urban condo, you want to buy an investment property that has a cap rate of at least 7%. You are the person for first-time millennial buyers. Whatever you decide your niche is going to be, it will help you attract that person like a magnet, because all of the content that you're putting on that channel is designed to attract that person. Please pick a niche. It's not like you're getting it tattooed on your forehead. you can change it. If you try it and after 4 or 5 months, you're just not feeling it, you're not really making any headway, you can change it. My niche originally was military that were being transferred to Savannah, or maybe they were being transferred somewhere else, being transferred to Fort Eustis, and now they have a house in Savannah that they need to sell. Eventually, that kind of migrated into anyone relocating to the area, and now my team and I, we're relocation specialists. We hardly ever represent people that already live here. We almost always work with people that are relocating to our area. It's okay to refine your niche over time, or to say, it's not really my thing anymore, and now I want to do this instead, and change it. But when you're at the beginning, pick a niche, commit to it, and go for it with gusto. I promise you, you will have much better success if you pick a focus, and that is who your ideal client is that you're trying to attract with your videos. And number 5 is, don't worry about driving traffic to your YouTube channel from other platforms. When I go and I look at my analytics, you want the majority of your views to be coming from the YouTube search feature. Suggested is also huge, and from Google, because if somebody Googles buying an investment property in Katy, Texas, I'm just pulling that out of thin air, your video could show up on the first page of Google search results. If it's a video that's performing well in YouTube, Google will promote that on Google as well. So your top traffic sources should be search, suggested, and Google. When I look at my analytics, like 3% of the external views are coming from Facebook. So if you're making this great video and then you're putting it on Facebook and you're sharing it in 97 groups trying to drive traffic to the YouTube channel, I think that you're focusing your efforts on the wrong thing. You should be trying to make the Google algorithm and the YouTube algorithm happy so that it says, wow, this is really good content. People seem to like it. I'm going to show it to more people. And that's when the video really takes off. I've made videos that were kind of flatlining for a long time, and then all of a sudden they just go boom. And it's because the algorithm got the memo that this is a good video, people are enjoying it. When they watch it at least 50% of the way through, if not more. They're giving it a thumbs up, they're writing a comment, they're saving it to a playlist, they're doing all the things that show their positive engagement signals. And then the algorithm says, well, we should show this to more people. So you've got to work on making your content YouTube friendly, not so much making it so people will click over from Instagram or Facebook. Sure, you can share it there too, but don't make that the primary method of getting views on the video. YouTube and Google are where we want our views to come from. So those were the 5 most important things that I learned from YouTube in 2019. If you would like to join this challenge that I'm doing, it's going to start on Monday, February 24th. And the link is, let's see if I can I don't know if I can put the link on. I don't know how to do that. I'm not that good with Facebook Lives yet. It will be youtubeforagents.video/challenge. So you go to youtubeforagents.video/challenge. You can sign up for the 5-day challenge. And what we're going to do is on Monday, we talk about one topic and then you implement what I told you. And then on Tuesday, we talk about something different and you implement what I told you. And over the course of 5 days, you're going to overhaul your YouTube channel so that you are ready to turn this into a lean, mean lead gen machine. So again, go to youtubeforagents.video/challenge, sign up for that challenge, and I'll make sure that you all start getting notified when we're getting closer to the day. Now, next Tuesday, same time, same location, I'm going to go live and I'm going to talk about the danger of buying leads. So I hope you will join me for that. All of you that are out there buying leads from the big portals, and you know who I'm talking about, I hope you will join me for that one because I've got some real interesting insights to share. At least in my opinion, I think they're interesting. Alrighty, see you all next week.